Besides the functions of transport systems that we've talked about, there's something important that we need to know. It's that whether or not we have a specialized transport medium, and whether or not this medium is circulated by a pump, depends on two factors. First of all, the surface area to volume ratio of organisms. Organisms with a high enough surface area to volume ratio do not need a transport system, like unicellular organisms, for example. And also, it depends on how active the organism is. If an organism is not active at all and it has a decent enough surface area to volume ratio, it might depend on diffusion from its environment through its surface to bring all the materials to all of its parts. So the lower the surface area to volume ratio and the more active the organism is, the greater there is a need for a specialized transport system. And when we say transport systems, we're talking about the ones that have these common features. It is a closed system of tubular vessels containing the transport medium, which in the system we are talking about, the circulatory system, this medium is the blood, and we have a branching network to distribute all of this to all the parts of the organism. It is a form of mass transport. So we transport the entire transport medium, or the blood, over large distances, and it is faster than diffusion. And this medium has to be suitable to carry materials. It is usually liquid-based and water-based, because water is a great solvent to dissolve substances and move them around easily. It can also be a gas. It doesn't have to be a liquid medium, like air, for example. And finally, we have to have a mechanism to move the transport medium within the vessels. This requires a pressure difference, and this is achieved in two main ways. First, muscular contraction, either through the body muscles or using a special pump like the heart. And second, and we see this in plants, these rely on processes like the evaporation of water. So we saw 4 features of transport systems so far. A fifth one would be a mechanism to maintain the mass flow, like valves, and we will see these later. We also have a means of controlling the flow in order to change the pressure, for example, or the speed of movement of the materials around the body to suit the needs of the different parts of the organism. And finally, you need a mechanism for the mass flow of water or gases. And we see this during the breathing process with the intercostal muscles and the diaphragm in mammals. So this is a very detailed introduction on transport systems and why large organisms need them.